Greetings, geeks and geekeros. It is me, I am back. Hoob. What the fuck? Seriously, I mean, if I had better, quicker editing software, I'd probably put up the Markiplier what the fuck meme. Cause seriously. But before I get into talking about Castle Rock, two things. One quick bit of maintenance. One quick bit of channel news. I notice I'm wearing something different. It's because recorded on a different day. I've been out of it these last couple days, and you can really tell from that Topic Tuesday, which I still stand by everything I said, just my mood was a little weird. I was so out of it that I recorded a Topic Tuesday on Monday. And then I had to do some IRL stuff today. Businessy job stuff today. And lost track of time and kind of waited till the last minute to post it. Sorry about that. Don't want to dwell on that too much because that's not why we're here. We're here today to talk about Castle Rock, and like I previously mentioned, oh boy. So, second thing of note here is I will be getting into spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Please do. This was really good. And then come back and tell me what you think in the comments down below. Alright, so I don't know how I'm going to talk about this. I may skip a lot of stuff. Oh! Episode starts with Henry burying his dad in the actual grave. And he's alone, but he sees two people in a trailer. But he brushes it off. He goes home to find Bill in the attic watching a home movie of his father taking him to the forest. He doesn't remember it. So he's wrecked for what the hell is that? What's going on with that? And he goes to his mom, and she's basically she doesn't know what is up with it. He asks if Dad heard a weird noise. She says, go ask your father. So clearly, she's trying to fight it, but she's clearly succumbing to mental stuff, which I am calling it now that her and Bill have history. Oh, by the way, for those that don't know, I call the kid Bill because he's played by Bill Skarsgård. And that's easier to remember and say than the kid. So, anyway, I think his mom and Bill have a history. Whoa. Sorry, just thinking about the ending. We'll get there. So he goes and talks to... Well, first, all of this, while this is going on, his son comes to visit. And his son is played by the kid from It. So another Stephen King connection. And another It actor, because Bill Skarsgård, the kid, was Pennywise, for those that might not know, from his last It movie. And so was Henry's son. But, so, back to the investigation, he goes to Molly to ask Molly, and Molly drops a giant bomb on him. Says that, straight up tells him the truth, that she was there the night that he went missing. She wasn't there, but she was with him mentally. We know through The Shining. And she says that she didn't see what happened, but she felt what he felt, and that was hatred and then relief. So you're like, shit. Maybe he did push his father. And then she says that well, basically, long story short, she tells him about her killing his father. Her killing the Reverend that we saw before. And she tells him. But she also says that it was like he was there with her. That she looked down and it was his hand instead of hers. Whoa. Weird. But anyway, so he thinks she's crazy, which, can you really blame him? But, so he leaves his son with his mom and goes off into the woods, following the home movie through the camcorder. For those of you that might not know, that's what that device was. For you youngins out there. No, God, I can actually say that now. 29. Fuck. Anyway, he follows it into the woods until it dies. And his phone has no signal, so he's just wandering around for what looks to be hours, because it's nighttime. And then he runs into two people. Willie, and I didn't catch the name of the other dude. The scientist dude. And basically they drop some knowledge bombs on him that because you see the scientist guy's death, and he proceeds to tell Henry about the ringing in his ear and what he believes it is. Tells him that his father had it, which is weird because they don't share any DNA, so why would they share this trait? Would it be coincidence or fate or what? I don't know. But anyway, he tells them about it, what it is, and that his father thought that it was the Word of God, and that he'd go into the woods to hone it, to try to listen to see what's being said. And that, and they seem like nice two people. I couldn't look it up because it wasn't anywhere online yet, but I could swear that Willie is played by one of the Culkin brothers. You know, Macaulay Culkin's brother. And anyway, so tells him that he has like masters in communication, and he believes that it's disruptions in the universe, when something is off in the timeline. I think it's very deep stuff about the universe and being off skew, and basically hinting that Bill shouldn't be there and that Bill's wrong with the universe. Which that's definitely proven, but I'll get into that later, because then Henry is told that the father invented a device that could hone the noise and make it so that you could understand what was going on and you could listen to it and negate everything else. And he's like, hell no, I'm not getting in that strange thing. Well, then they bring up his son, and he's like, fuck, you're right. And so he hesitantly goes in. But as he is, they reveal that he deafened himself to better hear, and that he doesn't consider himself deaf. He considers himself perfect. Weird. And so we leave Henry locked up in the chamber, and he's starting to hear things and remember things, and it hurts. And that's where we leave him. Sorry, itchy ear. Meanwhile, former Sheriff Alan Partridge, I think I got that right. Anyway, Alan is on a mission because Bill said that if you get this car, the former warden's car that he died in, that I will help your wife. Which he loves her and wants her back, so he says okay. Well, meanwhile, while that's going on, and he goes on a journey to get it back, even threatened to do it at gunpoint, Bill is taken to a facility that we hinted about before to better help him to remember his name and everything about him, to help him through this process. And so Henry leaves him there. This was before he went on his little journey thing. And we find out through the radio that a fire erupted in the place that Bill was at, killing several people. And Bill just managed to walk all the way back to Henry's childhood home. And there is Henry's mom, who's trying to take her pills, but accidentally throws them on the ground. Earlier we had heard that she's not doing great, but she's finding a way to cope with it. And we get more of an explanation of like what is going on with her. And it's kind of like there's the conveyor belt of life, and she's gotten off of it. I almost start to wonder if maybe she had a bit of The Shining, where she could see multiple timelines or something. that there's something more to that, but don't know if we'll ever explore that because Alan gets home and Bill's sitting there with a bloody hand, and he says, "You shouldn't have left me in the trunk, Sheriff." And basically implies that he did something to poor Sissy Spacek. And so Alan goes running in, and we find blood. We find a record playing and something on the stove. But we don't see what happens, so maybe, knock on wood, she isn't dead. But she's probably dead. I don't want it, but it's probably what happened. Anyway, whew, boy, I've been going on for too long. Still, I missed several things. But let me know what you thought about the show, this episode, in the comments down below. While I'm at it, while you tell me what you think of the show. I personally am loving it, but I love horror. And this is a really true good horror show.